on, baby. Hold on. Say good morning, book club.
Good morning, book club.
Good morning, Brooklyn.
I wanted to say hi, y'all. I gotta get down to her level because they're not gonna let me. Oh, all right. First, I'm gonna move it up just a tad bit. I'm gonna stand back here. So what's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Y'all know we do book club every single Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Same Zoom, same time. This morning, Brooklyn, let Daddy talk for a second. Oh, okay. What you want to say to the people? You said, and gave her a thinking face. But yeah, y'all. So today we are chopping it up about level 5. This is really cool because it's where we are approaching, and it's honestly been the forefront in mind. It's been literally the intention the entire time as we built everything that we have here at TGF. And it's dope. Honestly, I was literally reading this chapter and I'm like, yo, I feel how on the side it can cause you to read your own press clippings and take yourself way too serious. And it causes you to think you're way more important than you actually are. And what's cool is when you can discern that it's not about you and it's bigger than you, and you can create space for other leaders to come in, create space for other people to come in and lead. That's literally the definition of what we do here. We're just developing leaders to lead, period. And that is really, from what I caught, the definition of a level 5 leader. They are a leader who enables leaders to hit level 4 and then eventually hit level 5 and replace themselves. So I am excited to hear everybody's. I've been saying hello again. I'm excited to hear everybody's take on this final chapter because honestly, or not final chapter, this ain't the last one, but honestly, Brooklyn, can you calm down, baby? You're gonna mess up your hair. Mommy's gonna get mad at us. So yeah, y'all, all in all, I'm excited to hear what y'all got going on because this chapter for me literally wrapped up just everything that we're doing. So I'm gonna unmute and I'm gonna pass it to anybody who wants to take it. Get it, Donnie.
All right, y'all. Good morning. I had a little bit of time real quick. I wanted to just touch on what Mikhail had kind of talked about on one of the downsides in level 5 leadership, reaching the pinnacle, and thinking that you've arrived, and just like forgetting about all the work that you put in, and just because you got there. And one of the quotes that said, "When you're through, you're through. When you feel like you're through, you're through." Okay, yeah, and yeah, if you're through learning, you're through, and just like thinking back to always remembering and keeping ourselves in check on it's bigger than us. It's not about us. It's about other people and helping them get to level 5 and helping them understand the perspectives as we reach pinnacle level within life and our business and everything. As we continue to go walk in our purpose and impact people, and just always being a student. And one of the things that Marcus had kind of said this past week in one of our conversations, he said that he can't be the smartest person in the room, and it reminded me back to that part of the pinnacle level on the downside, and like you always want to be in greater rooms so you can continue to grow and continue to be a student. So you don't. It also helps you subconsciously know I'm not the shit. I'm not the best one here. And then just helping other leaders go from level 4 to level 5, and just continuing to mentor them and help open their perspective, widen their mind, because our minds are like shirts. Once they're stretched, they don't go back. And so just continuing to open their perspective, lay the foundation. And I was talking with Kevin on this the other night, and I was just telling him like you gotta get real with your why and what you're doing, and then plan how you're gonna do it, and then set a goal on when you're gonna do it. And so just as we're continuing to move up the levels and bringing people with us, just helping them understand, like, you gotta have a foundation to walk on and continue to build upon, just like building a house or a skyscraper. You need a solid foundation, and so as you build that solid foundation, comes along a plan. So as we help other leaders grow in that aspect, from level 4 to level 5, emphasizing the importance of planning, because that's one of the biggest things. And then just because you plan to fail, or you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And just continuing to have that impact on people and ourselves, most importantly, because I know this past week, I was definitely in my head, and I had to get real, sit down with myself, and start just diving in. And your boy is active again, so let's get it. I'm excited. Showing a couple people this weekend, and we're gonna get this cracking. It's time, baby. Let's get it, y'all. I'm excited. I'll go with Mr. Carroll. Here.
How did I know? How did I know? What's poppin', y'all? Hope y'all are having a blessed morning. It's been a while since I've been in the book club. Been slacking, not gonna lie. Kind of like Donnie said, been in my head with the change of my schedule. Just trying to get back in the groove of things. Actually getting back in the groove of things. Not trying. Got to keep that in mind. Yeah, so I've been tuning in to level 5, and the things that it's talking about is wild, because it literally directs and symbolizes TGF. The leaders that we have are just trying to make bigger leaders. And as they do that, the organization is just going to grow and continue to have a pipeline just ready of leaders that can be on stage, motivate other people, and just take over, because that's the whole point of TGF, is taking over the globe. So with that being said, that's kind of what I related it to with Marcus McKell. They take their time out of their day and get on calls to train people, to coach people, to better them, to become, level 5 leaders, level 4 leaders. And with that, I was reading in here, and it was saying that think of the greater leaders of government, business, education, and faith. Their influence far exceeds for the organizations they led. Nelson Mandela's authority has few boundaries. Everyone respects him. So with that being said, it kind of like we all respect Marcus McKell because of what they've done already and what they are continuing to do. So reading this chapter was kind of insane, because I know that we're going to get to a level 5 organization pretty soon, because we're moving in a really, really fast pace. I'm super excited. And like he said, I'm excited. I'm working to be an IBO myself and become a leader. I don't know if y'all are into like astrology, like numerology and astrology and stuff like that, but I was reading and I seen on social media, it was saying that if you are a number 5 path life or something like that, like your strengths is leadership. And I was like, that's insane how that lines up. Well, reading being my first book in TGF. So I feel like it's just all a part of the plan, and we just got to go put it into action. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Whoever wants to take it away, go for it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Do y'all hear? Oh, let me play voice isolation. Do y'all hear the Miss Rachel in the background? Or it sounds okay?
You're good, buddy.
Cool. Ashley is out trying dresses on, and I'm trying to keep these kids chilleando with all the decorations up. But real quick, couple notes I have is basically like an overall thing of like level 5 develop level 5 leaders will develop level 5 organizations, and I really feel like that's what we're doing, just like Josh said. And when you think of like level 5, I think of like Alex Morton, and there are a lot of people who say if Alex Morton left IM, a lot of people would leave IM just because he did, and they would go follow him wherever he's going. And not just because of like his track record, but just because the man who he is and who what he speaks and what he represents. And that's what we're doing here for TGF, like creating what we represent. And every time people interact with anybody in TGF, like they see like the genuine, they see what we're about, and they just see like how it's not robotic or anything. It's just very genuine in creating that community. And then I also have people follow them because who they are and what they represent. In other words, their leadership gain a positive reproduction as a result of level 5 leaders often transcend their position, their organization, sometimes their industry. And then I also have you simply can't reach level 5 unless you are willing to invest your life into the lives of others for a long haul. And that's what Marcus and Mikhail. Your hair? Yeah, your hair's good. That's what Marcus and Mikhail always talk about, in order for you to win, you gotta help others win. And I think that's just the only thing that will separate you from actually going. Oh, you need another cookie? No, finish that one first. Go. Can you go get Ani one of these? Can you go get throw this away, please? Thank you. Um, and then oh, Hana, Ani, Hana, she's gonna go get you one more. Um, you continuously focus on both growing on yourself in every level and developing leaders who are willing to be able to develop other leaders. You may find yourself in a pinnacle. Thank you. Here. So the level 5 is what, yeah, like Donnie said, when you get to level 5, it's not I got here and it's donezo. This is just where you can just take it to the next level, and you just have a lot more level 5 leaders. So pretty much that's what I got. And then I'll pass it to my girl Kels. Cause she looked like she was a little busy, so I just pointed to. Oh, my camera was off this whole time. I'm so sorry, yo. Or Mateo. Mateo.
Yeah, I could take notes up outside. And, so, what up, y'all? Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. You kind of woke up a little later than I wanted to. I was gonna go hoop this morning. That did not happen. I had a long week at work. But what up, y'all? Chapter 5 or level 5. Honestly, I guess the whole book, like the pinnacle of actually becoming like the leader that you need to be, like to reach like those goals and to be like the, I guess, right leader. I think a lot of people either get like one or two things like confused. One, they either focus on themselves too much, or two, they either focus on their people too much and they forget to do that personal development that they need to do. They forget to fill their cup up first, if that makes sense. We always talk about, how you have to fill your cup up first before you can fill others. And the reason for that is because once you keep, I saw this sorry, I'm all over the place. But I saw this. I think it was either a TikTok. It was raining or an Instagram feed, and it gave like this example of this dude. He was talking about like personal development, but he had this glass of it was almost like a wine glass, but he was filling it up with water, and he was saying a lot of people, once they actually fill their cup up, they don't think that they can keep filling it up. You know what I mean? But once you fill it up and once it's overflown, then you can actually go start helping other people do what you just did in personal development or whatever leadership category or whatever business you're in, or anything like that. Damn, it's coming down right now, y'all. I don't even know if y'all can see it, but it's been raining. But and I think once you actually get, because obviously those of you who have never like, obviously if you've been in sports in school or if you were like a leader in your class, you kind of have a feeling of what leadership is. But when it comes to like business and when it comes to people truly trusting you and that you're leading them in the right direction when it comes to like their life, it's honestly it's a little tricky because you can't just keep, like I said, you can focus on you, you can focus on your team, but you have to have the right amount of growth in yourself, and you have to be able to have the right amount of time to show the team that you truly care about them, and you truly care about where they're going to go or what their results are going to be, because they won't know how much you know until they know how much you care, and when you do that and you're able to just lead people in the right direction, and you're able to show people that, like Josh said it best, like Marcus and Mikhail, they're busy ass men, who have, Mikhail has a family, has a wife, has a dog, does what's it called, part-time at his job, but he still makes time to not miss on calls. They still make time to do stuff behind the scenes that not a lot of people know about unless you're talking to them on a 24/7 basis, but still make time to show squad that they want to see everybody succeed and not just themselves. But it's because we always say this, you go help people get what they want, you'll get what you want in the process of it, the growth of it. And this book is lit. I can't wait for this next one. This next one I already have, and I've already been reading it this week too as well. So don't miss this next one, The Power of One More, Ed Milet. It's gonna be a lit one. But I'll let whoever wants to take it. Kelsey, if you want to, you got it.
Yeah. Mikkel, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's snowing where we're at. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, level 5. I kind of had some of the same points that Donnie, Matt, and Dee did as well, but obviously all of us on this call, that's kind of where we obviously want to get. But one thing that really stood out to me is, and I'm sure a lot of us can think of people who get like this, where you make it to level 5, and then you're just kind of like, okay, cool, like I made it, like Donnie said, but then you start to coast. And really, for me, being able to help people get from level 3 to level 4, level 4 to level 5, like that's really what I'm doing this for. I tell Anthony specifically all the time, like when he does things that I don't even know that he's aware of, like I give him so much props, because then like I get so excited because like I can see his growth in the leadership aspect. And really just no matter what level you're at, when you get to the top, like Josh said about Mikkel and Marcus, always, willing to help us with whatever we need. And even though they know that we are all self-sufficient in, what we're doing, we know what we need to do, there's always those times where there might be something where you're not clear on. I had somebody hit me up about creating a funnel or something like that, and he was asking price wise. I'm like, oh, I don't know that one. So hit up Mikkel, and he's like, oh yeah, this is what it is. And just always being there for those, like for the people on your, now, if I have that question come up, the answer, because, someone who is at a level 5 is still willing to put in that work to help everybody else on the team. And so always, you can even look at like Joey as well. Like Joey is making 6 figures a month. He really doesn't need to talk to anyone. But he's still there to help with any type of question. And, I always think for myself, as I'm getting towards a level 5, I'm always keeping like mental notes of like difficult things that I went through going through the levels, and sharing that with, the rest of my team, because, maybe then they are able to elevate to the next level in a sense easier than I did. And so those are kind of some main takeaways. I'm with Matt too. I have our next book already. I've been reading it here and there, but I'm excited to really start over and read it fully, consistently, and all that good stuff. But I'm excited for the next one. I don't know if Mama Mary is able to go, or if Marcus is finally able to, or if he's working. Sure, go for it.
Okay. It's good to see you guys. I have not been on book club for the past few weeks, and just like Josh and Donnie, I've been a little bit in my head with my schedule and the things that I need to tend to, but I have not finished this book. But what I did take out from each of you was some pretty important stuff, like you guys said, your level 5, to me, when I was reading this book up to level 4, our leaders came into my mind. Like, we have got some top-notch leaders, and I want to be to a point where I can become one of those leaders and be able to process when I'm needed in other aspects of my life, not just with my business. I am learning how to adjust and how to juggle some things. And this is my first time having to juggle multiple things, including my personal life. So I want to become one of these leaders like Marcus and Mikkel, to where, despite of what's happening in their own lives, you've got to be there to help lead others, because then your time will come. I know there's always room for improvement. A good leader is going to be there to raise even better leaders, if that. So, just with that being said, I am, and I will complete this book. I am looking forward to this next book. And I know what needs to happen, because, life doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And that shouldn't mean that you should stop doing what you're doing to prepare for your future. And me, that's being as a leader. So I am going to work on that. And I appreciate you guys feedback, and Feels good to be back on book club. It's definitely a routine of mine and definitely didn't feel like that these past few weeks. So whoever wants to go, you're more than welcome.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Marcus was gonna take it because I seen him in the camera for the first time this morning, but I go ahead and wrap this thing up for a second. What's up, y'all? What's poppin'? I love y'all. I really do. Happy Saturday.
What's popping, y'all? I can go next. I just need a break. Good to see y'all.
Okay. Love you too. You want to go right now or you want to go next, bro?
No, like literally, the other bartender is taking a break, and then when she comes back, I'll step outside.
Oh, say less. All right, cool. Because I think it's just me and you, if I'm not mistaken, bro. I think everybody else.
Okay, bet. Let's go. And I appreciate y'all recording.
You know it. It's recording at the crib, I think. Yeah, it is. But yeah, so what up, y'all? First and foremost, man, I just want to say one, thank you guys and thank Brooklyn because Brooklyn just doesn't like to hear us talk. That she can have an opportunity to talk. So let me turn my voice isolation, and hopefully that works. So with that being said, y'all, thank you guys. One, first and foremost, because to feel like you're doing it is one thing. To have other leaders, not just people, but leaders, literally say that you are like you're what are you doing, bro? It's a whole ass yellow light, my guy. Just turned yellow. My dog literally hit his brakes like it was a red light. Yo, it was crazy. He was right in front of the light. Almost hit an accident. I'm glad I wasn't staring at Josh's beautiful face. But now, real life, to hear other leaders say that you guys are developing people, that you're leading the way, that like it just, recognition is really cool. So I appreciate y'all for that. Truly, first and foremost, I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys believing in this vision and then going forward and also recognizing where we're all at in the process and giving flowers when due. But also we all be checking each other when due. So I love that. I also want to let everybody know what's dope about our organization is, especially everybody that's on this book call right now live. All of you guys are level 4 leaders. You're entering into that level 4 space. All of you guys have had results. Each and every one of you on this call has had results. You've had somebody believe in your vision and follow you. Therefore, you've been put in position by God, first and foremost. You've gained permission by somebody who's been like, yo, I've been seeing the results in honestly, the process of you getting your results and becoming a productive leader as well. I've been seeing you, bro. I've been seeing you, sis. So let me follow you. Each and every one of you guys have had that type of commitment already. And then now what it comes down to is now as you walk into level 4 and you get to really developing other leaders, this is what separates level 5 leaders from level 4 leaders. Level 4 leaders get there and then they stop. They stop developing, they stop doing all the things that got them there. And it's the reason why they continue to climb up to level 4 and hit a glass ceiling. But as you guys really dig into leadership, as you continuously work on yourself, naturally, I've heard everybody say it, you're literally able to use your experiences and go help and develop somebody else. And as you go and do that, that's literally how you move up to level 5, because it takes a little bit of time to develop people who never thought that they could lead, Matt, into real live level 4, level 5 leaders. People who have not only produced the results, gotten the recognition, people who have gotten permission, people have co-created this entire ecosystem that we have. Like, to literally bring a person through that, it takes time. Majority of people are not willing to do the time and the work. Majority of people weren't willing to sit down and have that call when me and Matt talked about marriage and wives and when shit was really hard and I was driving on a late night dash and he was driving on a late night dash and we was chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog. Not too many people are willing to sit down with a brand new guy who's going through it in life and hop on a Zoom call with somebody who's actually not directly in their organization, like Donnie did with Kevin the other day. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people are actively willing to do that type of work. Therefore, they don't understand how to develop people because they just don't. do it enough. It's like our value session from this past Wednesday. If you do it more than other people, you will eventually level up faster than other people. But it's not even a competition. Here's the point. You will eventually level up. Doesn't matter about the other people. Faster, slower, it doesn't matter. If you continuously do it, you eventually will progress. And that's what's dope, man. I literally, not only do I'm thankful and grateful for the pressure of being in this process, but also I literally get to see you guys go through this process. And quite honestly, as a leader, it's one of the most fulfilling things as you watch people make the right decisions, the right steps, and you remember where they were and you watch where they are and you know where they're going. It's honestly one of the most fulfilling things. It's like watching your children grow up. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, if I could give it type of any analogy, it's literally like watching your children grow up. It's almost bittersweet. And when they talked about the downsides of being a leader, it's like you have to know when not to lead. Once you get into level 4 and then you start peaking at level 5, you're like, ooh, I'm out here and I know exactly what to do all the time and I know how to make all the right decisions. And what happens is first, you stop becoming a student. Second, you start overleading your team. And once you overlead your team, nobody listens to you. They don't take your advice to heart. They don't take it like they used to take it. Why? Because familiarity breeds contempt. So with that, like, let that be a lesson as you go forward. It's okay to take your foot off the gas with people. You got to run with the runners. You got to walk with the walkers. You got to crawl with the crawlers. You got to stand with the standers. And you literally just have to go and take that intentional time with everybody that is a part of your organization you're following, period, under your leadership. And you just got to know exactly when to take those type of steps back, when to take those type of steps forward, when to press in, and when to just let God do his thing and let the leader honestly make the decisions and the failures that they're bound to make that'll get them to the next step, because you just can't do it for them. So it's really cool. I love everything about this book. It is like a whole nother level of John Maxwell. Truly, I'm excited to wrap this thing up. And yeah, y'all, I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm just grateful for the process, because we out here and we're doing this and we're recognizing the pieces in the process, but we're also not getting too full of ourselves. None of us are. We're just grinding, bro. And literally, that's what life is about. It's about not seeking recognition. It's about literally going out and being the best that you can possibly be and helping and empowering people, equipping people with the tools, educating them along the process to become their best as well. So I appreciate y'all not only believing, but also just literally being a part of this process of being restored. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Marcus, I'm going to pass it to you. I hope you got a second. Well, it looks like he's almost got a second because I see the other bartender. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
It's on the way. Hit him with the Jeopardy. Maybe I know our feet. You know, I grew up out here.
Here, I'm assuming you just finished, Mikhail, right?
I did, sir. We waiting on
Okay,
you,
thanks.
sir.
I was listening as much as I can. I appreciate you guys recording because your boy is gonna be tuning in. I'm usually off Saturday morning, so it's kind of annoyed coming in just because there's a lot of stuff happening, and I knew probably wasn't gonna be able to be as tuned in to book club as I usually am. So definitely gonna watch the recording. In terms of chapter 5, though, quick heads up: next week we're finishing up the book, so I'm excited because he literally not only tells y'all about the levels, but then he shows y'all an example, and that's really what we're gonna cover next week. But reading over chapter 5, especially when I first started our journey here with I Am, and then collaborating with Mikhail with TGF. Sincerely, I think the biggest thing as I was reading it this time was like, shout out to you and Mikhail because they reminded me of this lesson. But the entire time of us getting started, we inspected what we expected. Meaning, like, we knew there was a level of influence. Before I read the book, I didn't know it was called Pinnacle, but I knew there was a way in which there is a type of impact that you had just by stepping in the room, and it's through an accumulation. I love y'all's dog. I have a golden. Precious. How old? 4? I have a 2-year-old. Do you mind? Really quick? Sorry. What's up? Hi, you're riding with my boy. Oh, dude. That's lit. How big, like pounds wise?
80, 85.
85. Yeah, my boy's around 80. Hey, I do an actual oh, it's a good boy. I do an actual trick with mine. I say legs and he goes around me and right in between. Really? Yeah. But I'm sorry to thank y'all for letting me show him some love. Y'all have a good one. Yeah. Y'all is a beautiful golden. My boy's gonna be a stud. You know what I'm saying? He already a stud, but I was like, yo. Anyways, that was kind of wild. But that level of impact because of the things that you've done. One, understanding the title and not allowing it to get in the way of the purpose of what you do. 2, being able to get permission from people to lead them in that process. 3, actually getting results that show that not only are you leading people, but you're also leading yourself. And 4, helping individuals grow so that as they go help other individuals grow in Pinnacle 5, you continuously do the things that got you there. I am just grateful and blessed that the entire time of the entire process from jump, like one of the first conversations I've ever had with my brother Matt and my mom and D was like, we're going to expect to be there because we believe that we can be there. So we need to operate as if it's already done so that once we get it, it's not no surprise and we don't fumble the bag. Because one of the biggest things that I got reminded of reading that thing, especially as John C. Maxwell covers how to actually maintain and progress those previous levels rather than going backwards, is not allowing yourself to miss the mark. Because God can give you absolutely everything. You can be at the right place at the right time. You can recognize you're there, and then you can take the steps to actually capitalize on the opportunity. But if you do not actually maintain the intention, the integrity, the activity, the mission, like once you stop, it stops. And it's honestly allowed me to be so focused in this season of my life where like we look up from having our heads down and we're like, whoa, there's a lot that is happening, a lot that is changing, and we're just getting started. You know, I feel like I've intentionally have been working on these levels for a long time. So in that process, like I'm grateful for my growth through it. But I know that that pinnacle level takes a very, 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 very significant amount of impact on a large scale. And that only comes by you serving your people and helping them do the same. In other words, each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. Even before we did a book club, y'all, I was talking about these levels as much as possible with whole squad. From Matt to my mom to Mikhail to Nate to everybody that first got going before we even had 20 people in our organization. Like, it's sincerely repeating the vision because it's worth repeating and knowing, and then understanding that in order to reach your highest potential, you've got to continuously not just stack the wins, but stack the growth. You know what I'm saying? And like get to the point. It honestly made me think of the status of like an Alex Morton, the status of John C. Maxwell, having an impact on our entire organization and having never met us. And he may never meet us. But that type of impact changes the world. And the way I perceived how John C. illustrated it was that you change the world by changing yourself. How's Michael Jackson said, "Man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways." Boy, can't be any clearer. Oh, bro, he go off. I ain't gonna lie. That man spaz, because if you do that in the first step, man, then you can actually continuously serve others. And it's just yourself first and foremost, and then one person, one day at a time, one person, one day at a time, and then pouring back into them, pouring back in yourself. So I got to get back into it. I'm sorry I can't get further because this is literally like one of my favorite chapters. So whatever I missed, I'm going to cover next week when we go over the last chapter to close out this book. But if y'all haven't seen it already in the book club chat, the book for the next reading that we're going to be doing is already listed in the new book topic. So it's going to be The Power One More by Ed Milet. I am excited about that one for sure. But y'all, as you finish out this book, or if you're catching up, please, please, please do not overlook taking the time to really resonate with what you're reading and reflecting on where you're at and what you can do differently to create the changes that'll allow you to see the results you want to see in your life. If you want different, you got to do different. So in that process, thank y'all for letting me be different on a daily basis. Thank y'all for letting me grow in a different way. Thank y'all for allowing me to see the fruits of John C's principles being evident in my own life. But thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, loving me through it all. Truly. I literally talking about all of you guys yesterday about how I get to wake up and I'm surrounded by the positivity. I'm surrounded by the growth. I'm surrounded by the love, and I'm surrounded by faith. And I'm living and currently standing on a dream that I always prayed for. And seriously, whether you're catching recording or if you're listening right now, like, y'all are an answer to my prayers. So I love y'all. And I appreciate you guys. I'll throw this back over to Mikhail. Hashtag Ghost Rose. We are still the champs until otherwise. All right? You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Peace. Or if Mikhail is unavailable, Matt, if you want to close this out.
I can close this out. Can y'all hear me? Because everybody's face is frozen. My service is pretty bad over here. I bet. But I think y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all hopping on. Like Marty said, we've got one more chapter in today, or for next week, and then the following week we'll do the power of one more. But hope everybody has a blessed Saturday. Y'all make sure y'all go hit up Nito and DP. Wish them a happy birthday. And then if y'all can make it out tonight, y'all make it out. Y'all pop out tonight. It's gonna be one of them ones. We're gonna have some fun. Just enjoy the process and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Hope everybody has a blessed Saturday. I see y'all guys at the top. To the bottom is way too crowded, baby. Let's get it.
And that right there is why I say that man's a freaking OG and a level 5 leader. Literally. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna stop the recording and figure out how to close this thing down because my computer's on at home. So reclaim host. Reclaim host. Boom. All right, y'all. Josh, I'm gonna call you after this. Okay. Peace, brother.